I'm Dr. Kasturi Mandal, and I'm a consultant haematologist. I decided to become a doctor because, well, it came very early on because I grew up in a family of doctors. My father, my grandfather, every one of them were doctors. So I've seen that from a very young age, and I have seen the difference they made to the society and how they helped people with their disorders and the impact they had on the society. And right from an early age, biology, I was drawn naturally to biology and medical sciences, so it was an obvious choice. Well, I chose hematology because as a medical student, we had very little exposure to hematology. So it was a little bit unknown to us. Unlike other big specialties where we rotated, we hardly did 7 days of hematology. And I found it very, very intriguing. There is a lot of malignancy in hematology, but equally there is the non-malignant conditions. We have conditions covering that you may be born with. So we cover all the way from childhood well into advanced old age conditions. So the mix of malignancy and non-malignant conditions, laboratory conditions, and then transfusion-based conditions. It has got a little bit of pathology as well with the laboratory dealing and reporting. So there are lots of bits to it, and that quite intrigued me. And because there are so many different avenues to it, that's why I chose it. And and I felt that I was making a real difference in almost every sphere of medicine. I think the most rewarding aspect of my job is definitely when we deal with the malignancies. We have got several conditions which are curable. So we can make a very big difference to people's lives, their journeys with cancer. And when we achieve a cure, I think that's the biggest reward for us as hemato-oncologists. People come to us with cancer and they are often expecting us to tell them that this is the end of the road, or it's a bad prognosis, or they haven't got that many days to live. Whereas we have conditions which people can live with, they often don't require treating, and when we treat, we can often achieve a cure. So I think the promise of a cure, the promise of getting them back to their previous lives before the diagnosis is and when we can achieve that is what makes it most rewarding. I think so far I'm a hematologist. I'm in the consultant capacity for 10 years now. And the most that people have told me is that I am quite honest and upfront. Even if it is breaking bad news, I will be sensitive, but I will be quite honest. And that's the most compliment I've received is that I'm quite honest. The other thing that people have told me is that I'm very approachable and I have given them the time to listen, which is getting rarer and rarer in the fast-paced world that we live today. So they have found that I've given time to listen to them and I've heard them out. And even if it is not good news that I have to give them, I have been sensitive and approached them in a understandable, easy to understand and pleasant manner. And that's, I think, the most compliments that I have received.